Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing a review of these TKO Global Arwut Black Edition Mexican style boxing gloves. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so today I have these TKO Global Arwut Black Edition made in Thailand, Mexican style boxing gloves. We'll do a close-up weigh-in and review on. I got mine in 14 ounce. And TKO Global, they're actually a fairly unknown, newer company based out of Thailand that manufactures their equipment there. And I wanted to give a big shout out to them for sending me these gloves to try them out, test them, and do the review on them. And as you can see, that these are kind of a medium size profile glove, not too large, not too small. The black editions is going to be the main color being black, and I got mine with the metallic blue split thumb. Full leather construction, made in Thailand. Giving you guys a little close overview of the glove. Full black, you can see it has kind of a medium finish to it. Not matte or super shiny, just kind of right in the middle. Multi-layer foam padding. That's definitely more on the firm side right here, as you can see. So this glove definitely lends itself to be more protective. You do have that TKO Global logo that's printed right here on the back of the glove. You see some wrinkling on the back, and that's from me using these gloves, hitting the bag from hitting it. You can see over time it just kind of wears the leather in. Full wraparound Velcro strap. It says Thailand Arwut, a never die warrior spirit. Velcro closure, black piping around. On the palm side, you can see it does have some really nice crisscross stitching to reinforce the Velcro strap. It says Arwut right there. You do have a polyester nylon liner. Here's the palm side piping. Some padding with about, I'd say, ½ inch of padding on the palm side. You do have ventilated holes on the palm with a pretty nice medium-sized grip bar right there. And again, here is the leather attached thumb with the metallic blue and black. Show you guys kind of side by side what the gloves look like. Here's the cuff. Here's the side of the glove. Here is the thumb side. And again, a close-up of the actual fist area and how dense the foam is. This is definitely not a puncher style glove. And I'm actually gonna kind of get into the whole Mexican glove style that they describe this glove as I think that's a little bit off based on what I know in terms of a Mexican style glove. So again, you can see here a little bit on the firm side. Let's go ahead and put these on the scale, see how much they weigh. And these are going to be in ounces, so that's grams, kilograms, and ounces. So let's go ahead and do the right glove and see how much they are. So the right glove is at 13.5 ounces, and the left glove is right at 13.3. So they're almost exact on weight with each other, but and about a half ounce underweight of their 14 ounce advertised weight. So let's go ahead and do the review. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of these TKO Global Arwut Black Edition Mexican style boxing gloves. The Black Edition is going to be the main color that you get with this particular Arwut model. Mine is going to be the black with the metallic blue. You can also get this glove with the black and metallic red or all black. They also have a metallic red with gold. So you have 4 different color schemes to choose from. This is a Velcro closure only style glove. Size wise, you can get it anywhere between 8 to 16 ounces. So decent variety of colors as well as sizes that you can choose from. TKO Global is a company based out of Thailand. They're fairly new. They're one of the companies I hadn't heard before, but I saw them actually on Instagram through social media. I was really interested in trying out their products. Their gear looked really nice. Had a really good eye appeal to it. They look good. And of course, like everything else I've used pretty much from Thailand, the quality I know is usually top notch. And these gloves are definitely no exception to that. So design wise, when you're looking at this glove, it does have more of a medium sized profile with a very compact hand compartment. The gloves are pretty stiff right off the bat. Like a lot of Mexican style, or should I say Thai style gloves, even though this is designated as a Mexican style glove, the leather is really high quality, but it tends to be a little bit on the stiff side. So it's going to definitely take some time to break these gloves in because of how stiff these gloves are. But once you do finally get them broken in, they're gonna be really great gloves to use for training. So you can see here, all black, and you do have this TKA Global design that is printed on the back of a glove. You don't have too many crazy designs on here. You do have this cloth patch right here on the back that says Thailand with the 14-ounce weight tag right there. Arwut, Never Die Warrior Spirit, which is printed. When you bring it all the way around to the palm side of the Velcro strap, you can see that it does say Arwut on here as well. Full length Velcro strap that's really nice, high quality. Even the leather on the Velcro strap feels really nice and high quality. You can see the actual grain of the leather. Again, this is a full genuine leather constructed glove. Very similar, the quality of the leather, very similar to like Fairtex and Twins. Just the consistency of how the leather feels, the thickness of it, and the actual texture of the leather is really, really nice. You can see that it does have about a 1/2 inch of padding on both sides of soft fill padding on the inside of the wrist right here. And that padding goes all the way up to right where the thumb connector is right here with the piping. And then on this side, you can actually see where the stitching is at that holds the padding in. So when you put your hands in here and you attach the Velcro strap, it feels really nice and secure. And then you do have about a 1/2 inch of EVA style padding on the back of the wrist. So when everything locks in, you do have a nice, secure, supported, rigid feel with your wrist inside there. Kind of this polyester nylon moisture wicking liner on the inside, which is pretty standard that you'll find on a lot of different boxing gloves. But outside of that, you don't really have too many logos. You just have the Arwut logo right here on this Velcro strap. You do have it here on the back of the glove. And the only offset in color or contrast I would say would be just this metallic blue here on the thumb, on the split thumb. But outside of that, they do a really nice job with the design. I think it looks really attractive. The quality of these gloves are top notch. The leather is very nice in the fact that you can see the grain on here is very high quality. It's very thick. It's full grain leather. It doesn't feel cheap. It does have kind of a strong odor to it when you first get it out of the box that it dissipates over some time after you start training with it. You can actually see the stitching is reinforced nicely on the edges. The glove has excellent balance to it. So you can see that they do a really nice job because the cuff isn't too long. And then they bring enough padding down to the hinge point right here on the wrist to where it doesn't feel like the glove is top heavy. So you can see that the weight of the glove is distributed really nicely because of they don't jam pack all the foam towards the front. They also have a good amount right here along the wrist area that makes it nice and rigid. So good balance. Stitching looks fantastic. You can see the double stitching right here on the palm side. That looks really good. You know, the areas that you typically see the stress points would be right here where they roll the leather into the actual palm. The grip bar is nice and firm. It doesn't feel like it collapses when you push down on it. So you can definitely feel that. And then where the thumb meets the index finger right here, you can see the stitching is done fantastic there. You don't see any issues really with the craftsmanship as far as the stitching goes. The split thumb where it meets to the back of the glove looks really good as well. Velcro closure, really nice full length Velcro all the way around. Stitching on the hinge point on the back of the wrist looks really good. Piping looks really well done. Here's the palm side again. And I like how they do the reinforcement of this Velcro strap here. So instead of it just attaching to this hinge right here, they actually put this crisscross pattern to give you a little extra security and to make sure that it lasts and durable. So when you unhook the Velcro, it doesn't just continue to tug on the seam right here. So I like how they reinforce that right there and gives you a little bit of extra support in terms of keeping the Velcro strap on there. The cuff looks really good. You can see the piping around the cuff is really done nicely. So fantastic quality in my opinion. I really couldn't find any flaws with these gloves when I was looking at them, even when I put my hands. Now, sliding these gloves on with the comfort, first thing you notice with these being 14 ounce is how snug they are. These are really tight gloves, especially with my hand wraps on. So if you do have larger hands, I would definitely recommend going with the 16 ounce. I can't imagine them being much larger than these 14s. You'll probably get a little bit more room. But one thing I do notice with these is how snug they are when you put your hands in here. And that's a little bit of everything. It's the size of the hand compartment, but as well as the cushioning that you get here. So you have a little bit of extra padding right here on the outside of the hand, right here on this palm side, which is good if you're doing any kind of kickboxing or Muay Thai. That's good for parrying as well because you have that little extra cushion. The thumb placement's really nice. I feel like you're in a really good position. It runs really nice in parallel with your hand. The only thing is it's pretty tight right here on this piping, this seam. So again, you're gonna have to use maybe a t-shirt or something if you have a larger hands or you've got a little bit meatier hands. That might cause you a little bit of discomfort because of how tight that is. And again, the leather with that they use in this glove is so wound up, it's so tight that it's going to take a while to break in. And you can actually see how much I can really open and close my hand. It takes a lot of effort. But again, over time, the good thing about this is multi-layer foam padding. So the more you use this on the bag, the more you use it for sparring, hitting the mitts. Eventually, the entire form of this leather and as well as the foam on the inside will start to loosen up the more you use it. So obviously, the impact that you create whenever you're hitting the surface, you're hitting the opening and closing your hands. It's just like a nice piece of leather that over time you start flexing it. Eventually, it'll loosen up. So again, once these gloves loosen up, they'll be much more comfortable. Finger pocket is nice and deep. It's wide enough for your fingers. It's not too narrow where you feel like your fingers are jumping over each other like that. So the finger pocket's good. And I like how they use a piece of neoprene to cover the stitching on the inside of the fingertip compartment right here. So you don't have like a rough seam that's rubbing against your finger. So they put a piece of neoprene right there. So the depth of the fingertip compartment's good. Thumb positioning is good. You know, you can feel the grip bar there. Feels nice, secure, good wrist support as well. Feels nice and snug. The only thing is just the break-in period. It's gonna take a little while because of how stiff this glove is right off the bat. But once you do break it in, these gloves will feel really nice. So the performance and the protection. Now they describe this as their Mexican style model. I kind of disagree with that. And the reason I say that is most Mexican style gloves use latex, and they're much more on the, I would say, the feedback type. So when you punch your target with a lot of Mexican style gloves, whether it's Reyes, Casanovas, Box LTM, Russian Boxer, which are basically like Grants, you can definitely feel your knuckles sink in to the padding, into the latex foam, and you can definitely feel when you make contact. Some a little bit less than others, depending on the thickness of the latex that they use, or if they combine it with any other kind of foam. With this glove, they use a multi-layer foam padding, which is definitely a lot denser than your standard latex. So these are really great for protection. I feel like, they're really good at absorbing shock when you land on the surface. You can see that it has a really nice flat punching surface as well with good width. But I would definitely not consider this a Mexican style glove just because you don't get the same level of feedback as you would like a Casanova, again, Reyes. So, and for me, what I would do if I were to release a different model of these, maybe make a model where it's a lot softer feeling, maybe use a latex foam in between to give yourself a little bit more feedback and a little less bulk so that the glove is more flexible, softer. And then when you land, you get kind of a blend of both the protection that you want for the shock absorption, but you can also feel your knuckles sink in a little bit more than these. So these are definitely a little bit more on the protective side. So if you're looking for something that you really don't want to feel a lot of shock go through your hands and through your knuckles, and these gloves to me are a little bit more on that end of the spectrum. So cost-wise is probably one of the greatest things about this gloves. Converted to US dollars, these gloves are about 63 US dollars, including shipping, which is going to be another $20 here to the United States. Of course, that just depends on where you live. But from Thailand to the US, shipping was $20. So out the door, these are about $83 shipped to your front door, which is to me is a great steal, which is a value, great value for that price for 83 bucks. Full leather construction. I mean, there's gloves I've seen that are not even half as good as these for that cost $80 or maybe even a little bit more, or they use synthetic and the quality is just not as good. So these gloves are fantastic once they're broken in. I just think right off the bat, people might get turned off by it just because of how stiff the gloves feel. But give these gloves time, and I guarantee that you'll have a great experience with these gloves. They just need to be broken in and loosened up a little bit. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these gloves. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.